Hello everyone, welcome to the mini story I Am Spider-Man Part 1. In this story, I'm going to tell you a story and then I'm going to ask you some questions and I want you to answer each one. Okay, let's start with the story. Peter Parker is a happy 16-year-old boy who lives in New York with Aunt May and Uncle Ben. One day, while Peter is studying in the library, a small radioactive spider hidden in a book bites him on the hand. After the bite, the spider runs away, leaving Peter shocked. A few minutes later, Peter starts feeling sick, so he decides to go home to rest. Okay, let's start with the first phrase. Peter Parker is a happy 16-year-old boy who lives in New York with Aunt May and Uncle Ben. Time for questions. Who's the boy in the story? Peter. Peter is the boy in the story. Is John in the story? No, he isn't. John isn't in the story. Peter is. How is Peter in the story? Is he happy or sad? Happy. Peter is a happy 16-year-old boy, right? Who is happy? Who is happy? Peter is. Peter is happy. Okay. How old is Peter? Is he 15 years old? 15? No, he isn't. Peter isn't 15 years old. Is Peter 17 years old? No, he isn't. Is he 16 years old? Yes, he is. Peter is 16 years old. Where does Peter live? Does he live in London? No, he doesn't. Peter does not live in London, right? He doesn't live in London. Does Peter live in New York? Yes, he does. Peter lives in New York. Does Peter live in New York alone? No, he doesn't. Someone else lives with Peter in the same house. Does he live with his parents? No. Peter doesn't live in New York with his parents. Does he live with his dog? No. Peter doesn't live with his dog. So, who does Peter live with? Aunt May and Uncle Ben. So Peter lives in New York with Aunt May and Uncle Ben. Okay, last question. How many people in this story live in New York? 3 people, right? 3 people live in New York in this story. Peter, Aunt May, and Uncle Ben. Okay, let's move to the second phrase. One day, while Peter is studying in the library, a small radioactive spider hidden in a book bites him on the hand. Time for questions. Where is Peter studying? In the library, right? Peter is studying in the library. When is Peter studying in the library? One day or every day? Just one day. In this story, Peter is studying in the library one day. Okay. Is Uncle Ben studying in the library as well, like Peter? No, he isn't. Uncle Ben is not study in the library like Peter? Okay, what insect is in the library while Peter is studying? What insect? A spider, right? A radioactive spider, a small radioactive spider, is in the library while Peter is studying. And where is the spider? Is it visible to Peter or is it hidden? Hidden, right? The small spider is hidden in a book. And now tell me, can Peter see the spider? No, he can't. Peter can't see the spider because the spider, it is hidden in a book, maybe between pages. Okay. Who is hidden in a book? The spider is, right? The spider is hidden in a book and Peter can't see it. So, how is the spider? Is it normal? Is it a normal spider or is it special? Special. The spider is special because it is radioactive, which means very dangerous. What does the spider do to Peter? Does it bite him or kiss him? It bites Peter, right? The spider bites him. It doesn't kiss Peter at all. So, who is bitten by the spider? Peter is. Peter is bitten by the spider. And tell me, does the spider bite Peter on his leg? Oh, no, he doesn't. The spider doesn't bite Peter on his leg. So where does the spider bite Peter? Where does the spider bite Peter? On the hand. Peter is bitten by the spider on the hand, not on his leg. Okay? Okay, last phrase for part 1. After the bite, the spider runs away, leaving Peter shocked. A few minutes later, Peter starts feeling sick, so he decides to go home to rest. Okay, time for questions. What does the spider do after the bite? Does it stay still? Does the spider stay still? No, it doesn't. The spider runs away. He doesn't stay still, right? He runs away. Does the spider move away quickly from Peter? Yes, he does, right? The spider runs away. So it means it moves away quickly from Peter. It goes away quickly. Okay. When does the spider run away? Before or after the bite? After the bite, right? The spider bites Peter and then it runs away, not before, so after the bite. Okay, who runs away from Peter? Who runs away from Peter? The spider, right? The spider runs away from Peter, leaving Peter shocked. So, how does Peter feel after the bite? Does he feel sick or does he feel fine? Sick, right? Peter starts feeling sick, so he doesn't feel very well, right? A few minutes after the bite. So the spider bites Peter and then Peter starts feeling not very well. He feels sick. Okay. When does Peter start feeling sick? Immediately or a few minutes later? When? A few minutes later. Okay, so Peter starts feeling sick not immediately, but a few minutes later, maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, we don't know exactly, but surely not right after the bite, not immediately, okay? Not right after the bite. Okay, another question. What does Peter decide to do after feeling sick? So, what does Peter decide to do after feeling sick? Does he stay in the library? No, he doesn't, right? Because Peter feels sick. So, he doesn't want to stay in the library. Does he go home? Yes, he does. Yes, Peter goes home, right? Because he feels sick. Okay. Does Peter feel well enough to go home? Does he feel well enough? No, he doesn't. No. Peter feels sick, right? That means he feels very, very, very bad. Okay? He feels terrible. All right. Last question for part one, the easy one. Who goes home to rest? And the answer is Peter. Peter does. Peter goes home to rest. Okay, that's all for part one. Bye bye.